So this is what we have to do here. Let me go to the 3D view, and then we'll have to do this lower bit here. Let me delete these two details that we have here so that it doesn't get messy. And then after that, I'll go to the north view. And then here I'll open up this level, and then let's see what we have here. So here we have a slab and then a beam next to it. For the slab here, I can go to the structure tab. Here I can use both the slab tool and the column tool. I'll just go with slab for now. Then here select the 15 centimeter foundation and then put it over here. Alright, then I'll go here and click on this part as well. There we go. Then select the boundary line, and then here let's see, we've gone off the axis a bit, so we'll have to fix the column here. Alright, then click on this, and there we go, and then finish it up. And then after that I'll go to the 3D view. So just like this, remember to draw the slab as well. Alright, and then after that we have a beam here, which is the B10 type, which is 70 by 40. So here I'll select the beam tool, and then from the menu here I'll select the 70 by 40. Alright, and then let's draw it in the plan. It goes up to this point, and then I'll select it and put it on left for the Y justification. Alright, then select it and pull it upwards a bit, and then this part up here that we need to empty out, we can go to the biface tool and then select the surface up here, and then here as well, Ctrl Z here click tab, and then click on this and this, and then I'll just fix this small bit here. There we go, and then I'll finish it up. So now we can see how we've cut this piece and put it together in the plan. So now let me just go to the north view and open this level up. So here we've modeled the jacks that we have under the ceiling as well. Here I'll select this polystyrene from the menu, and then I'll load the family of the jacks by selecting the jack underfloor file and opening it up. And then for example, we'll go to the plan here and zoom in on this. Let's see where we should go. Then I'll click on this point right here. After that I'll go to the 3D, and then as you can see, we've drawn the jack here. So using this method you can manage the number and the lineup and the formations of the jack that you want to create here. We also need a bit of timber under it, which we haven't modeled yet. So here I'll select this and then the jack, and then I'll click on the section box so I can see these and isolate them. Alright, let's rotate this to see what we have. Here in the dimension section, I'll put the H-base on 2 and the H-top jack on 2.5 meters. Alright, now let's go to the front view, and then I'll put this on the wireframe option. Alright, then I'll put the tie pin as the third one, and then let me just move it a bit and pull it here so I can see exactly where I'll be placing it. Alright, after that I'll just select it and then go to the dimensions again, and this time put in 2.5 meters for H base. Now let's see it apply to the jack. Alright, after that I'll go to the dimensions section again, but this time I'll change the H-top jack and put it on 3 meters. Alright, So this might be a bit too much for the top height, so I'll put it to 2.8 this time. Let's see, it's still a bit much, so this time I'll put it on 2.6. Alright, we're getting closer. 2.65. Alright, now it almost looks perfect. Let me just put in 2.64. Alright, we're almost there. So 2.648 this time, and perfect. Alright, now we'll go to this top view, and in order to move this, I'll hold the shift and then I'll hit the left arrow to move it. After that, I'll select the array tool and put this on move tools last, and then I'll draw it from this point to here, and I'll say let's have 4 here in between. 6, 8. Alright, and now I'll select all of the jacks that we've drawn here, and then I'll go to the plan, copy this first, and then check the multiple box. And then, for example, I'll go here and click on this part, and then put outwards and put in 0.8, then another 0.8, and after that I'll go right and then put another 0.8. Oh, excuse me, Ctrl Z here, because if we had done that command it would have been placed on itself. So go to the plan and select the jacks. We can use this command after we finish the other parts as well. So copy here, and then in the plan pull this here and put in 0.8 and then 0.8 again. Alright, now if I click on the tab views, you can see exactly how the jacks have been placed. So I'll save it up to here, but just remember that you have the Enscape plugin for works such as rendering and other stuff. And if you install this and click on start here, you can see the work much easier and with a much higher quality. So here you can see exactly the definition of it. And working with this is also much easier because, for example, you can rotate it using right click, and then you can orbit using the left click and get a view of the jacks and the ceiling like this. And if you see any issues, you can solve them here as easily as possible. Alright, so let's just browse through a bit more to get a complete view. And now I'll select one of the jacks here and then click on edit, and then I'll select the base parts and then put in 1.5 for the H base in the dimensions. Alright, so we can get the right look for this yellow bit up here, because the different parts of the jacks have different standards for dimensions, which we need to get right. So now if we open up the Enscape as well, we'll see that this has been updated as well. So up to this point, we've discussed the modeling of beams, the tie beams, and other cases like these. And for example, other parts like slab and polystyrene. So here I'll uncheck the section box, and we've also discussed how we can link up the columns and the floor and the slab as well. So we need to continue this work for the rest of the project, and then we get to the placing of the rebars. So in the following episodes, we'll be doing the rebars in one part and then the slab and the beams next, because the rest of the process is pretty much the same and we just need to repeat it. After that, I'll do the rest of the rebars, and you should try to do them in the same time period as well. But as a precaution, you just need to know that The rebar part will probably take you about 10 to 15 days itself. So we'll get to the rebars in the next parts.